And welcome back to Career Build Series, episode 195. And so we're going to continue with the Ekranoplan. I want to kind of get this moving here and get the engine in, fixed up. I want this to actually run on its own. We're kind of ending that phase of testing, which will allow me to start to actually get in here and to kind of make this work, a little bit with hopefully fewer kind of cheaty elements. So let's go ahead and let's start by, I'll leave those there yet. I'm not ready to hide those. Cockpit, I don't want to get into the cockpit too much. Let's work on the engine. This engine presently is faked and it's not working. It's not really working. I'm using infinite fuel. I don't like the nacelle shape. I kind of was just doing it as a quick and dirty ugly. So let me go in here and I want to work on this and get this going here. Ooh, that's dangerous. I need to check my gear ratios. Might play with those later, but what are we at here? We're at a 3-1, 3-1, so we're at a 9-1. That's fine. So I need to make this engine bigger. I need more power. I was running with infinite fuel, which should give me more performance, and I did not have enough performance. I had enough performance, but I would like a little bit better performance, and so plus with infinite fuel on, you're gonna have more performance. So I need to go even higher on performance in order just to get where I want. So we'll start working on this engine. I want to get it so that it's real and working and not me using infinite. And so one of the things we can do is we can push this back. Did a couple space saving things just there. Could actually probably, let's paste that. Let's redo the way I'm hooking this up. It doesn't have, I'm setting this up realistic where it would be realistically direct connected. I'm not going to do that. I don't need symmetry on. Thank you very much. Okay, it's going to go up instead. All right, a lot of talking to myself here. So let's get this set up here. All right, and so what I want to do is I'm going to kind of route this around so that I can still get what I want with less space, essentially. Trying to figure out how to route this properly without taking up a ton of space here. Probably there. Okay. So I'm just trying to, I'm moving things around. I need to move this engine further forward so that I can get more power, and I need to change the nacelle shape a little bit. All right. And so one of these will be a PTO, a power takeoff for a small generator. I might do an alternator. Do I have space for an alternator? I do, but I'll probably run a gen just for safety's sake. Where are we at here? Let me check this. Okay, I can go there. So let's go ahead and let's do it right here. That was right the way I was doing it first time. So this is just me routing the gearing around so that I can push the engine back. That's going to hit. Crap, crap, and crap. Let me see. Crap. I'm overcomplicating this. Let's not do that. Let's not overcomplicate. I can always stretch the nacelle back, and I can do this so it's not a pain in the A. So let's go ahead and set these gear ratios before I forget them, and then I'm like, why is this not doing what I want it to do? We're going to do the accessory gearbox, which is essentially all that is your accessory gearbox is essentially how you connect up things like your generators and things. So we'll just do that for now. Go ahead and we'll grab this, cut this, and move it. I'm going to put an alternator on there too, so I don't have to gen a ton. All right, that's not bad there. Let's go ahead and Might not need to grow this too much to get where I want it. That could go all the way to there. Okay, now let's grab some cylinder heads. Don't do that, please. Thank you. Let's copy that. Let's go ahead. So we're going to be able to add 8 more cylinders without really any more space. And if I want a bigger engine, I have plenty of room for it. Okay, good. So that's there. I really don't like these 1 blocks for symmetry. Come on, man. I want to smooth this a little bit, make this a little bit more attractive. So just, kind of the early stages of a build, not really caring about visuals too much in the beginning, and then starting to care a little bit more towards once you get in there. So probably there, cut, there, cut. Let's see, move these 2 propellers. We'll cut those, we'll move them forward 1. That will save me a lot of headache here as I move all of this forward 1. It'll also let me grow my engine more. Having a larger engine that's less stressed going to allow me to run a lower RPS and probably actually save me a little bit of fuel as well. So under stressor engine. Not that we really have to worry about reliability and stuff like that in game, but that will allow me to hopefully keep the temp down, do other things like that. All right, let's copy that. This can go there. So we'll count the cylinder banks up really quick. Just curious how big of an engine it is. It doesn't really matter, but count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 4. Okay. So we have 32 cylinder engine. Nice, nice, nice. So that should give us good power. Diesel, so it should run nice and efficiently. We shouldn't have any problems with that. I don't want to do too much designing right now, but I do want to get the engine set up, and so part of it is getting the shape where I want it so that I know what I can add, what I can't add, where my space is going to be. Oh, my symmetry's on, but that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Stress. Stress, 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 stress. Okay. It's just in the back here. It's screwed up, so it's not terrible, but it's a pain. Pain nonetheless. Still frickin' annoying, man. Okay. There we go. Just give me 2, please. Thank you. All right, so there we go. This is starting to reshape our nacelle a little bit. Let's go from underneath. Give me a little bit more shapely of a nacelle. All right, so I like that nacelle shape better already. All right, that goes like that. And I have to go up if I want to make the front work, which is fine. I like the, let's try to figure out how I want to shape the back, the front of that. No. Try something, see if this is garish. It's not too bad, actually. Trying to do a little bit of aesthetics, but not a terrible amount. I just want to get this kind of built up. So just so I know where my engine's going to be, because, you know, better than ripping it apart again. Then we can start working a microcontroller. Do I like it flat? Not terribly, but I should be able to do some accents on here and kind of make it work for me, I think. Let's go, try going up one more. Yeah, that looks good. All right. Actually cut out some of that then. All right, so a bunch of this I think is going to be able to be taken from the cormorant, which is nice. That should help expedite some build. All right, so I like that in a cell shape. That's looking good. That's a little bit more integrated, looking good. Don't like this sharp angle here. That's a little bit better. Still in there. I wish I could smooth it, but I just can't smooth in that area, which is fine. Would like almost a bigger tail plane, but I don't really need it. All right, that's good. So let's not keep screwing with this too much. Let's get into, let's save it. Let us do that for sure. Let's bring in the cormorant. Let's do it this way. Let's bring in the cormorant. All right, so we have the cormorant in here. So this is going to have some of the elements for this. This is the part of the build I lament. When I start adding in cockpit elements, I have to then use them to be able to make it function, like to start it and everything else, where before it was easy when you just have crap laying all around, like throttles and everything else. It's really easy to get things started, get the engine running, do all that. Once you start adding in gauges, you have to start to use them. It's tough because you don't have much choice anymore. Okay. So this here, and by cutting it, it keeps all my connections because a lot of those panels are going to come. This is going to save me a ton of time. If I had to redo the cockpit, you know, I'd be at this frickin' forever, man. I'm going to have a little bit of issue with my HUDs. I need more headspace. I can come forward one. Let's try that. And let's go, do we want to go down? No, we don't. So that's good right where it is. And we, of course, we deleted a bunch of stuff that we initially had, but that's fine. This actually gives me more panel space as well. All right, so let's just put something here so that I can bond this to merge this. All right, so this is good. So I can also put engages in this bottom row if I need to, but that sets us up with cockpit elements. So let's go through this, see what we need. So we have warning fuel, manifold pressure prop, caution fuel, RPM, fuel gallons, time to empty, gallons per hour, engine temp C, attitude indicator. We have our HUDs. We have volts, low volts, nav lights, beacon, AP master, gyro, nothing, battery, low bat, strobes, landing lights. We have heading hold, just a random screen in there, which will be used for something at some point, a waypoint. This is going to be bearing hold system, which is good. What's this? That's part of bearing hold. Attitude, what is this? That is transponder locator. That is just duplicate of the information on this side for the other pilot. Okay, good. So that you can see how quickly we can slap a cockpit together when we do that. Let's check the center pedestal here. Center pedestal. Do I want the full center pedestal? That is 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think so. So I'm not going to steal the whole 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't want the whole one. I just want the overhead gauges. We'll even do the light. I will even do the overhead. I don't know if that's propeller or throttle, but we'll go ahead and we'll cut that. Again, cutting all these instead of copying them because I want to keep all of the connections to my microcontrollers. This is going to save me a ton of time. And so that lever, whether it's thrust or it's propeller, we don't want that far ahead of the pilots. It's kind of a, just a preference thing. We want to, just thematically where, RP-wise, where you'd actually be able to reach your hand up. I kind of like to do that IRL in game. So I'm moving that. I'll merge that for now, and then I want to cut this. Nope, I want to cut this. This will go here. This here, it controls the light. We will move this forward one. And so I also like to do it realistically. Like you see, that's where my head is. So my hand naturally could reach up and grab this this throttle. I don't want it too high. So I want the other one here. So one's prop and the other one is going to be, what is this here? What is this going to here? What is your purpose there, guy? We'll figure that out later, but that's just in the way now. So I'm going to move it and cut it, and we'll move it over here. It was just hiding it. The nice thing is with this being a somewhat larger builds are always just, can be a lot less of a headache of setting up just because they're, you have the space for everything. Let's do, so we'll do another throttle here. So this one between the seats, that will be our throttle. That will control the RPS of the engine. One above us will be our propeller. There'll be this will be controlled via the seat, and the propeller will probably be controlled a different way. I have plenty of stuff for down here if I need it. Panel doesn't seem too far, doesn't seem too close either. That's nice. All right, let's go and keep grabbing. So one of the reasons I want to use the Cormorant as kind of my go-to is it has a single engine, and it also controls its propeller. I'm going to control the propeller differently. So things like engine control are already in there. So let's go ahead and let's find so let's do cooling for this engine really quick, see what I have for space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what we just worked on here. And I'm going to cut this. And I'm just going to get it up out of the way. That will give me like an incredible cross section so that I can work on this. All right. So let's get this actually plumbed to where it would need to be. So all right. So we're going to do our fluid port. And this is going to be for exhaust. Will it be exhaust? I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to do more elaborate exhaust on the side. I think that's what I'll do. Okay. This can go though. Air intake we can do right behind the how high does that go? Yeah, I don't have, see, I wish I could do those air intakes if we had 3, but we only have 2, so I have one underneath. I don't want to overcomplicate this either. Yeah, I don't want to overcomplicate this. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut there. I might not have the space because of where the engine's sitting. Yeah, see, that's going to, the propeller rather is sitting. And I'm going to do it symmetrical, but it will be, I need my supercharger too. Almost forgot about my supercharger. I probably can get away with doing alternators. I'm thinking. I think I can get away with doing alternators. Yes, I'm thinking of power usage here. So I think I should be able to hopefully get away with doing alternators. Where you at there? Okay. So I like to do an impeller. Crap. Oh, come on, man. Let me type and press the button. Oh, that one grabbed, huh? Didn't think that one could grab. Did. Let's actually check this here. So where are you at there? Where's my supercharger? Gearbox 101. I can't tell where I'm at here. Let me check. Where is my air intake? A bunch of these are faked. So right here is my impeller right here. What do you hook to there, impeller? It's standard pump. That's coolant pump. Okay. That's faked. That's faked. Where is the actual air intake on this? Trying to find my air manifold. So what happens when you build a nice compact build is then you're like hurting to find things. Here it is. Where is the gear ratio? So the gear, oh, come on. I'm trying to find the gear ratio for this. What is this? I'm trying to figure this out here. All right, where is my, oh my God, I'm going to have a stroke here in 2 seconds. Trying to fly through this, finding my frickin' air manifold here. Where's my frickin' air manifold? There it is. All right, so the air goes in where? Here? Oh my God. Comes in from, so this is my imp right here. My imp is running off of, that's air intake there, so it's coming from there. Okay. The air, okay, so it's being, where's my imp running from here? One of these is my actual, that's air. This here is it, so coming across from here. Going all the way down here. It's going here. Here's my impeller. 5.2. Okay, all that for that crap. So I just want to set the gear ratio for this, and I couldn't find it. Okay. The reason I'm just using that off the bat is that took a lot of testing to find out what was good setting for that, so that's why I didn't want to have to go through that again. So a little bit of that, but I'm standing on my own shoulders for the work I've already done, so I don't have to do that again to do a ton of testing. It might not be perfect on this engine. I might be able to go higher because it's a much more powerful engine, but I'll do that later. It's not something I want to get at least started somewhere. I probably could do a 3-to-1 on that, but we'll see. Pack more air in. Let's see. Fuel. So fuel is going to have to come straight line down, and then tanks, that's fine. So we want it somewhere close to midline. Doesn't really matter. So because it doesn't matter, let's make an executive decision. Let's run it towards the ass. That's a technical term. Run it towards the ass right there. If I come up right here, peekaboo, I see you. All right, let's not do that. Let's go there. Oh, come on. Undo, please, sir. Thank you. Nope. That was right. Oh, this is going to be a pain because those are all half blocks. Crap and crap. Do I get anywhere where I'm not in half block territory? All the way back here. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to have to come up through here more. That's fine. I can make that work. All right. Okay, so I can come up through here. That'll work. That's actually better getting it further back. All right, perfect. Cut there. All right, so this here is going to be where my fuel comes up. And I'll run that all the way up to there. And so it doesn't really matter how I'm running this here. What are you? You important? Yeah, you're important. Okay, let's just pick one. Okay. Get a little bit of a run on this. Let's see if I can. That's down, that's up. You gotta be kidding me. That's backwards. That's what I want. Can I go under here? Oh yeah, I can go under here. Not really. What is this? Already, okay, perfect. I already put a fuel on there that can go bye-bye. All right, so that will work. All right, so let's go. All right, good. So I've got to get this figured out, the routing. Actually, kind of want to come up here now. All right. Let's go there instead. I'm going to come up here instead here. Oh, get out of there, you. A lot of this is just routing around, finding where things will fit. It's kind of the boring, mundane nonsense that you have to do that's not necessarily thrilling work, but it needs to be done. And it frustrates you like that. All right, good. That's there. And let's start hammering through some of this here. Can't see anything. There we go. All right, good. So this is where my fuel is going to come up. So all I'm going to do is put this here for now. All right, pump it. That is fluid in. That was all this rigmarole because I wish you could dictate which side was an in and which side was an out. That would be nice. I would like that. But I'm not going to complain about it unless I put in a feature request. So, all right, so that's going to pump fuel up and into fuel manifold. All right, gorgeous. And so I have, the reason I went through all that trouble was of rerouting it, was I could have gone underneath there, but I lose a space. I want to put two alternators on there. So now I can fit two alternators on there. If I had the pipe come up here, I'd lose an alternator. So now all 4 slots are taken. So we have air, we have fuel, we need exhaust. All right. Yeah, let's not do it there. Let's do some symmetry here. You. Yep, that's what I want to do. Want to do it there? Yes. Okay. We'll do exhaust next. I want to make this a little bit more elaborate. Okay, let's do it here. We have the space, so let's just make it elaborate. If you push cat this way, that will give you the node to make sure the exhaust is out. Let's do 2 cats maybe. This is just a decorative piece. Do 2 of these decorative pieces. And I'll double up on the cats. All right, so that's going to be our exhaust. Going to be kind of interesting. Give us a little bit of interest in there. All right, so that is set up. So last element is cooling. Now, IRL it should be air cooled. Generally, we have issues with air cooling in game. The way I've designed my engine is tough to run a standard cooling system. So in the tail here, I think I'm going to run a radiator. Those are 4s. Those are needed. That's flat block there. Okay. I don't like running electric radiators in applications where you wouldn't have them, but I'm not really worried about it on this one. This is going to be in the tail. Nobody's going to see this. This is going to be kind of a nice little hidden section back here. If I were to do that, I would not be able to. Okay. Yep. Okay, good. So just kind of checking my spacing here. It tends to be these sorts. You do have liquid cooled aircraft like this. Let's go ahead and this is where my fuel is going, so let's kind of reserve that spot by putting that through there so I know that I need to connect it. And then what we're going to want to do is run a cooling loop. So I need to kind of get that cooling loop set up. And so need to figure that out. And so where am I on space here? I kind of need a center space to do this. I'm running into problems here. Run into a little problem here. Because I have to send down 2. Cut that. Let's see if I can't get in here somewhere. Yeah, I should be able to get up and over the cylinder head. I need to run 2 down, though. I need to loop it. I wonder if I can't get this running off of air-to-air cooling system. I really wonder if I can. If I could get this, that's one of the reasons why real aircraft some of these will use air cooling space-wise. I need to get 2 in there, and I'm kind of tight on space here. I can't get these loops down because I have this. What I have to do is drop this down one more level, which I'm not necessarily opposed to, but kind of rather not. What's here? Can't route that. That's in the way. Can't route that. That's in the way. What I can do, which is kind of will keep my aesthetics and not ruin this, is let's do this. Let's grab here. If I grab the right block, I'd be so thrilled. Go all the way up. Let's go all the way back. Let's cut this. And we'll move it back 1, 2. Don't need to, but I like it a little bit longer in a cell anyway. Okay, so let's grab this side. Where you at there, guy? Cut this. 1, 2. All right. And maybe I'll throw an air cooler on there for just for funsies as well, but mainly make this liquid cooled. All right, so we're giving ourselves a little bit more space just so that I can get up here in there. All right, so what we could do is try to figure this out. So I have to take this, and this needs to move up as well. Cut that. What happened to my... Oh, they're right here. Okay, they moved ahead with it. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete this. Oh, I can actually make my engine bigger with this. Not really, because this rudder's in the way now. Can the rudder go down one? Not really. Crap. And I can't block my rudder here, so that has to be taken out there. Ugh. That's fine. I think I should be able to move these. These didn't need to move as far as they did. They just need to move here. So those actually move 1 too far. So let's cut that. That's better. Okay, good. Starting to figure out how to hook this back up. I was hoping to get a little bit further with getting this engine going here, but hopefully it shouldn't take too long once I kind of get the design. I just want it set up so that as I plummet, I can actually plummet and I don't have to fake it right off the bat. All right, so that now gives me 1 space. That's not great. I needed 2. All right, let's do this. Let's revert it back to there. Okay. Let's take this rudder, cut it. The rudder will extend back here where it's supposed to be. All right. This is always a pain because this doesn't want to snap unless you go up the side of it, which is kind of annoying. All right, good. So now the rudder's out here. We'll fix a little bit of we'll integrate the tail a little bit more. But that's back where it should be. This should give us space now to play a little bit here. And now I'll have more than enough space to do this. So this is good. Okay. We can also grow the engine. I want this engine as big as possible. That's, again, going to let me have a lower RPS, less of a overheating possibility, all sorts of beautiful, wonderful things that I want to deal with. All right, so now we have water up and down. I can't swell the engine. I'm taking up space, which is fine. But what I can do is I can grow the cranks to hook there. So that's just essentially tying in our belts, which isn't a big deal. And all of that is just to get a couple pipes up here. That's all that is right there, is for cooling here, because I need flow both directions. I could try to air cool this, but if I don't do this now and I run into an issue where I need to water cool it later, it's going to be a big pain ripping the engine apart. Doing it now, having the space, it's going to help. And then if I don't need it, I can decide, do I want to rip it apart? And if I don't have to. All right, good. So, all right, we're set there. So that is now our fuel going in. Fuel's good. That's all just to put a fuel pump in here that I may not need. but I'm going to have it just in case I need it. All right, I'll have to use electric pump for the cooling, which is fine. We have a long run, so the longer the run, the better of an idea it is to have that. So I need to go two directions with this fluid. Up, down, back. Gotcha. All right, so a lot of this is conceptualizing your space, and then you can get into where you need to be. All right, so let's enclose this just enough so that I know where is a good idea to go and where is a bad idea to go. All right, so this one is going to be fluid going one direction. Do I have something building on the other side that I don't want to? Nope, good. Symmetry is coming off, doing an asymmetrical portion again. This is going to be see how long a pump is. 3, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, kind of running into this issue here. All right, we'll pump it at the bottom, see if that's going to be too much of a run, but don't have much choice. Don't have much choice. I really just don't at this point. All right, that's fine. I'm kind of thinking about how I have to set this up to get this going here. I'll try to run air cooling in parallel and see if how much benefit I get from air cooling. That would be a good little fun little test as well. All right, so we have water going one way, water going the other way off this cooling manifold. All right, so there's their cooling. So I kind of wanted this thin nacelle. The issue with having a thin nacelle is a little bit harder to cool. Almost fit a 3x3 radiator in there. Like in this spot here where I have a bunch of crap. I can't, but like close to being able to. Yeah, there's too much crap I'd have to do to get that to work. All right, so that's plumbed in. Okay, good. So let's, all right, so that is good. Let's go underneath here. What do we need under here? I'm not going to worry about shaping that tail right now. I want to get this engine up and running. Okay, so it doesn't matter which direction our coolant's running. Those are two coolant sides there. Let's do a 5x5. We'll do overkill just to have it going. Like somebody had noticed on my Mac Pinnacle, I didn't even have, and my Mac R, I didn't even have the cooling hooked up. I didn't need it. I think I had noticed it at one point and then completely forgot. But just kind of shows you don't always need a ton of cooling, especially if you're running very low stress, and especially a land vehicle like a truck, because you're throttle, you're off the throttle, you're throttle, you're off the throttle. So because you're on and off the throttle all the time, you don't aren't producing that much heat. Something like this, which is going to have a consistent throttle setting, either a boat or an aircraft where you have a constant throttle, that's when you're going to start having heating issues, and you need to have a robust heating system. All right, so that is good. I need to somehow get a friggin' pump in here, man. See, this one I could easily put a 3 here. I'm running short on space here to 3 to put a pump in here. Not really. I could make it work, but... All right, this is definitely getting a pump right here. Let's try this pump. Doesn't really matter. They have to go one way or the other, so... let's use gravity to our advantage, and let's have gravity help our pump. Instead of fighting gravity, we'll push it up this way. I don't know how much that actually influenced, but that's good. This is fuel. Fuel is in here somewhere. So let's see, where can I grab fuel? Right. And by you do an electric pump down here, I could actually probably cause even more simplification here and help myself, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Not going to worry about it right this second here. We'll make an executive decision right here. This is our back wall. And the rest of that's going to be crawl space or not open to the public. Fuel's here, so we can run a pump here. So I could actually, I don't want to rip that apart again, but it's open. So I'm going to rip it apart a little bit. We'll be able to pump fuel here. So I don't need, we'll go as far as we can. So right here. Okay, I might be able to fix some issues if I can not have to pump fuel the way I'm doing it. So let's hopefully get away from what I'm doing here. Okay, so this is going to be fuel here. Beautiful. Let's do this. I haven't attached this fuel manifold to anything yet, so let's just go like this. And let's stick it right here. All right. I don't want to make the engine overly weird. I was going to almost do something that probably regret, but could theoretically make the engine bigger, but it'd have to be asymmetrical, it'd be weird. Not going to worry about it. If I'm hurting for power, I'll add it, but that lets me get rid of that and simplify that a little bit more. Let's actually undo all that. Let's put that back in. That's going to make sure that I have no fuel problems. Anyway, I was hoping I could add some cylinders heads, but I can't. So no point in overcomplicating it. What I probably could have done is add a 3x3 in there, but again, I don't want to reopen this to complications if I don't need to. All right, so that's pretty good. That's set up. We have cooling, we have exhaust, we have fuel, we have air. We have no air impeller. Shock. Okay. I need to finish this. I didn't finish this correctly. So let's go impeller. We need a supercharger here. I always do this backwards, so I usually like to flip it. Okay, perfect. So this is fluid out, fluid in. The opposite direction that I would like to go, but it's not. It is a pain in the ass. Really, it really truly is. That is a pain, the way that sets up. This is what? Fluid in, fluid out. Okay. All right, that's there. Can't do it there. Where to put this intake? I need an intake. I see where I could hide my radiator to cool my engine and not have it be so damn big. Probably put a 3x3 in there if I wanted to. The directions of some of these. I think if I get past there, let's put this down. I'm going to kind of I'm trying to conceptualize this when I should just be essentially hooking this back up and then seeing where my space really is. So yeah, I took a bunch of time here getting the space in my nacelle kind of figured out, and it's kind of a laborious task, and it seems like it might be decorative, but it's really helping me set up where things need to be, and more importantly, where things can be. The where things can be is important because that's going to get me. That's going to tell me if I need to redo something now before I get into later, and then I realize I can't do something. So, or I have to rip. I don't. I don't want to have to open this nacelle up again to route some stuff. I want to have it pretty close to where it needs to be. Let's see where we're at here. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't that be a pain in the A? It's not a huge pain, but it's just, it's not good, man. All right, I just have to route too much, and that's kind of a big pain. That's going to be my air intake. All right, there we go. Just like it's very, because I can't control, like I wish I could control which one of these was input and which one was output, because like I have to route all the way around it, which is kind of, ugh, you know. I don't want to have to route all the way around it for no real reason, you know. All right, good. So that's set up. That is going to pump us. That's our supercharger. All right. So we have air, we have fluid, we have exhaust, we have coolant. So that sets our nacelle up. I like the look of it better. It's a little bit more sloped and less blocky. All right, next element. Let's find the engine controller here and hook this all up. All right, so RPS, as you can see, that was from the Stormworks Basics plane. That's where this came from. Starter goes to my starter. Clutch goes to this clutch here. So this is kind of the pain territory, but it, what is this? Alternator, alternator, it's fluid pump. Okay, alternator. What did I hook this to? I hooked, where are we at here? Alternator. That's alternator, alternator. This is alternator. All right, one of these should be coolant pump. There it is. Starter. Light switch. Fuel manifold. Okay, fuel manifold is there. Brakes, prop, propeller is going to be collective, okay. Battery, I haven't set up yet. Fuel, I haven't set that up yet. Master power, I haven't set that up yet. What's engine, what's this off of? Engine system pass-through goes to the radiator. That should also go to this pump and this pump. Radio altimeter, altitude, water sensor, prop pitch. That the actual propeller's pitch. Collective, where's prop pitch? Prop pitch. I'm doing this a different way. This is a little bit more, how's this running? This is running off of, what's that, rotation? That's running the foils. I'm running the foils a different way. So what is this doing? All this is really doing for me is, this is where it gets annoying, is I have to, have panels that are going to be non-compatible that I have to screw with. So let's grab them out of here. And I can break them apart. I might, if, I don't want this to take too long to just convert this over. This is where it can get annoying, as you have bespoke systems you forgot about, and then you get them into the new plane, and I already like my new system. So I'm not going to do the foil system that this has, but hopefully I don't have to rip too much crap out. What is all this? This is foils. Don't need flapperons, flap handles. Okay, let me see. So I think this is flaps here. What is this? This is flaps. Flap handle. Okay, so this is going to be completely different. So some of the stuff I don't need. So this here is not going to be flaps anymore. This is going to be prop pitch. Okay. Make this really low. I'll do 0 to 1 for now. Okay, good. And then I do throttle a different way. What's this? This is bilge, bilge, fuel totalizer, bilge. Probably import the bilge system, why not? Door, don't need that right now. What is this? Lights, nav, beacon, we'll keep that. This needs to go. Yeah, so a little bit, again, this is the Frankensteining period, but sometimes it saves you a bunch of time. Sometimes it doesn't save you a ton of time. So that is bearing panel, transponder, locator. So all of this can go here. So just kind of ripping out and grabbing all this stuff. All right. Let's see what else we're looking for on stuff here. What's this? This is Price Guys PFD. Yep. So let's grab that. That I want. Let's cut that. Again, if I can get all this stuff ripped out, this is the issue that you get into this point of the build where you end up having to you essentially make your build almost unusable because you're tearing everything out. This all should have come with me when I grabbed that, but it's not the end of the world. I can just cut that and move that. This is the camera for, see, I have to realign it, which is annoying, but not too bad. I need one gap where I used to not need a gap. Now I need a gap, so gap that there. Then when I go to hook this back up, I can. Should not have symmetry on for some of this, but whatever. All right, so that's all ripped out. What is this? Fuel totalizer. Let's take it. We're going to have multiple fuel baffles in our fuel tank. I don't think it was really causing us any problems with fuel sloshing forward and back. Still have enough control surface. We should be able to counteract it, but I would like to baffle the tanks. Essentially make multiple tanks. So like say you had 3 tanks. Let's say this whole front section was a fuel tank, center section was a fuel tank, aft section was a fuel tank. Pitch the nose down. Let's say you only have 50% fuel, so the fuel's sitting 50%. It would all run to the front, and now you have a huge mass here that you have no way to counteract. You don't have enough tail fin. Now if you said you put a wall here, the fuel would run all the way to here, but you'd only have 1/3 of the fuel in the nose now. You'd now have 1/3 of the fuel on the front of this wall. You'd have 1/3 of the fuel here, so it would act as though the fuel was sitting here instead of sitting here. So it keeps the fuel from essentially the mass from going all the way to the nose. It would hit up somewhere here, so it wouldn't move much from your center of gravity. My center of gravity is pretty far back right now, which is interesting. I kind of want to counteract that at some point. Really want to get the engines running, but I don't think that's going to happen. Door, I'm not going to worry about right now. That's easy to replicate. What is all this? Gyro, don't need that. Heating element, GPS. So this is going to sit with us for a little bit here. Let me try to connect the basic stuff up that I need. Let's do this. Let's see if I can quickly get this engine running. That would be nice. So, do I have my air manifold connected to anything? I don't. Where's my air manifold? That would kind of leave us in a good place, I think. Brakes, fuel manifold, RPS. RPS is running off the correct engine, battery, fuel. Where is fuel manifold? Alternate, prop, brakes, fuel manifold. Okay, where is air manifold? Air manifold right here. Okay, I just haven't connected it yet. All right, let's try to start this. It's going to be a mess, all that crap sitting in the water behind us. But let's go ahead and infinite electricity stays on, infinite fuel comes off. Let's see if I can't get that motor turned over. Where's my master power? It's up here, I think. Master power. All right, let's do this. Let me see what we're missing here. I have water in my fuel tanks. That would do it. Okay. Let's. Where's my spawner? What is this? What is this crap? Okay. I have water in my fuel tanks. That should be diesel. All right, one of these. Let me check it. Make sure I have actually diesel in there now. Where are we at here? Meter. Okay, I have plenty of diesel now. All right, so that should hopefully do it. All right, what the heck? That's fuel there. So that's turning on, that's turning on, that's pumping fuel up. What is this running to here? That is coolant pump. That should be fuel pump. Okay. That's probably not giving me fuel because it, it has a temperature sensor. Let's put a 1 on here. And let's go ahead and let's delete out some blocks so that if I need to come use tooltips, I can use them. All right. Yeah, let's try it. I just want to crank this over. I want the engine to pop off for us, and that way we know where we're at. The other thing is that the engine will start faster if I disconnect the clutch or have the clutch. All right. Exhaust is 0. We're not pushing exhaust. Okay, we're kind of a mess right now. Stoic is crap. Efficiency. Okay. All right, let's kind of check it. Let's check it, check it, check it. Okay. So that is fuel there. That's reading a 1. Let's go ahead. Let's do this. Where's my clutch? Clutch. I'm going to disengage the clutch. It'll help me start. Exhaust. Let's double check the exhaust. Look at it here. Exhaust flows in. Let's just double check here. We have, this should be exhaust out. Exhaust out. Let's just double check here. Exhaust out. Zing, zing. These should pass right through and allow exhaust out, but these are decorative at the moment, so what I'm going to do is do exhaust like so. Okay. We have manifold pieces that are connecting the top banks to the side banks to the bottom bank. We're all set there. We have 2 exhaust ports coming out the correct direction. They're going through straight pieces, so exhaust is good. Next is air on the list of things to do. This here should be air in. Give me delete, please. Thank you much. Fluid in, that's correct. That should be fluid out. The fluid out should then go to this air manifold. Make sure that's all plumbed up correctly. Plumbed, plumbed, plumbed. That's air right there. Okay. Should be getting air. Should be getting that fuel. I need to check pumps and stuff. Okay, let's try cranking it. So this should not spin the props. Sometime with the props engaged is going to be too much resistance and I can't get cranked over. All right, so it's definitely spinning high enough now. It's just having a problem with fuel or something. AFR 0.7, strikes crap, exhaust is nothing. Starter. Let me see if I can't see my air. What are you set to? 0.4, so let's hope this is set to, say, 0.8. Okay, why is that so low? Where's my throttle setting here? Oh crap, come on, don't do that. Let me look in here. I forget how I set my throttle up. Let's look over here, see how I set the throttle up. The throttle might not be reading correctly. Okay, it's this section here I didn't add in, so. Come on. He gets stuck in the build like that. There we go. Cut this. Shouldn't do it. I should have it set up so it would start, but probably a fundamentals issue where it's fundamentally not running what it needs to be running. I doubt this fixes it, but all right. Master power, fuel, alternator, clutch, coolant pump, prop, brakes, coolant pump. I have 2 coolant pumps. I don't. Okay. Air manifold is going to air manifold. Fuel manifold is going to fuel manifold. Exhaust should be fine. RPS reading RPS. RPS is reading RPS, yeah. Oh, I know what it is. It's what I always forget. Engine composite. Okay. I always forget engine composite. And then that always screws me up. Okay. That should crank now. It's probably engine composite. I always forget to hook that up. And especially when I have it hooked to another build because I don't even think about it. So. Hey! It started up like it was nothing. Okay. Shocker. You hook up everything that you had on there. Now let's fix some of the stuff that I screwed up here. Let's actually add the clutch back in. I don't care how long it takes me to start the engine as long as it's not ridiculous. So we can hook the clutch back up. What do I next? I want to fix my exhaust. I want to make them pretty like I had them. Not that they were that pretty, but and they'll just pass through these air manifolds here. What did I do? I went 2 more. Okay. So I was just doing this too to make sure this functions. Would have liked to get a little bit further in this video, but I think we're making good progress. It's just you know, we are saving a bunch of time, not having to rebuild the dash, and oh, come on, symmetry's the death of me. But yeah, I would have liked to get a little bit further here. All right, let's try this. Let's see if we can't get I don't know if up in the air is the right word, but okay, see I have prop here and I have flaps there. Might keep this the way it is. Probably keep this the way it is. So it's taking longer to start because it's having to move the propellers, and that's work. And so it's having to do work, so it's resistance. Resistance takes some time for it to get going. But I'm liking the new nacelle. It's fatter. It's a little bit more shapely. Let's go ahead and try to get moving here. Prop is, I don't know how to read my prop setting. Where is it? Manifold pressure? Where it should be manifold pressure. Okay. Okay, that's manifold pressure is prop. Why am I going backwards? Oh, I know why. That's a pusher prop. Pusher prop on that. This is a puller prop. So I have to find where my collective is. Collective goes here. And I need to fix that. Okay, so where's my prop? A lot of dead stuff around here too that I don't. Alternator, a bunch of dead stuff. Part of it's just gauges weren't finished. Brakes, stuff that, I might not need. As you can see, this started from the Stormworks Basics plane tutorial. Where are you at, prop? That's what I want to know. Starter, clutch. Okay, so it's just running a clutch of 1 at the moment. That's pretty simple. AFR seats, where is I could find the number for prop. I just wish I could see it. Prop is being read out somewhere, so that's battery, coolant pump. Where the hell is the prop? Okay, what the heck, man? I wish I could ping it and like have it show me where something was. Like click on have a list of all my outputs and just click on it and have it flash. Because it's just I hate having to look through these. It's just kind of a waste of your guys' time to just for me look through the stuff, trying to find something here. Oh my God, it's labeled prop. I don't know why I can't find it. All right, let's find it here. All right, logic is coming out of this panel, right? Is it prop? Yeah, prop's right here. Okay, prop is right here. All right, it's outputting prop. Let's find a green output. Nope, not connected. Alternator. Green output. Coolant pump is a green output. Prop. Here it is right here. Okay, so right there it is running. So these need to be. So this needs to be x times 100 for percentage. This needs to go negative 0.1 to 1. This needs to go here, and this needs to go there. All right, because the propeller is facing the other way on the cormorant. It's a pusher prop. This is a puller prop, so that's why. We're up and running. Cormorants never look sadder back there. Let's set the prop to. I think it's on my seat control, but I didn't hook my seat up, so I have to manually do it, which is kind of annoying, but it's not the end of the world. About 10% is where I wanted to be. This is all hooked up on my seat here, so I don't need to. Okay, for some reason I can't reduce my prop pitch. Okay. So remember, our motor should be bigger than last time I think we took off. And I'm not counteracting my pitch, which is going to be an issue. Where's my speedometer? That's not all hooked up. Crap, and crap. Okay, whatever. All right, so the main thing I want to get done is the engine's up and running. This is just some small tweaking things. I don't want this video to go on for too long, but we're starting to get into the process of this. It's not going to take me long to hook all these up and get us running. Once we're up and running, we're going to be in good shape to then, start to use this and finish it up. We have a cockpit. It's not finished by any stretch of the imagination, but it's close. I just need to hook up all the nodes that the Cormorant had. That shouldn't take me too long. And then we'll be in business here, and we'll have a vehicle we can use in the Career Build series. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.